Hi, welcome to Digital Electronic. I'm going to continue our subtopic 5.5 H trigger SC flip flop. So previously we already go through SC latch, we already go through N latch, NOR latch. We also go through the D latch. So now the only thing we are thinking right now is to have a flip flop. So what actually is flip flop? Flip flop the main difference of a flip-flop and also latch is because of flip-flop contains clock. So this clock is the one he's going to trigger when to have a certain kind of reaction to be happen in this particular uh, situation. So the clock is something like this. Okay, let's say you have a a baton running competition. So let's say you have a two-person. So one is waiting over here, and then we have a baton over here. So let's say he's running in a speed of this one. So he's running and then coming, and then he want to pass the baton to another person who is person number two. This is person number one, this is number two. So when he want to pass this particular baton to this person, so the moment he touch the baton, when he touch the baton, that is the moment to trigger the reaction to happen. So in the flip-flop, the clock works as like the baton. So this baton, when the moment the clock is, so you have a response like this. So you're going to have a trigger. So this trigger is either rising or falling. So the moment the baton passing over here is the moment where you are doing the triggering. So at that particular moment, the changes will happen. So in this SC flip-flop, so you're going to have a situation where you're going to have a source inputs, which is your S and also a C, and you're going to have a clock. This particular clock, if you seal, if you this is a latch, a normal latch. If you see this one, the arrangement is similar. Okay, previously we already go through in the D latch. So if you can see over here, uh, this is similar, and over here you have an enable. This enable is done manually, but in clock is make it in a space a time shift, a time pace. So this particular clock is becoming your the person the moment of a change in this particular flip-flop. So as usual, the output you have two, the Q and also Q bar, and also you're going to have your clock which is going inside here. So this particular clock is in the form of like this. So you're going to have a time. You have to decide either is going to be in a rising mode or falling mode. So this usually is given, or maybe if it is not given, usually we will take the positive as the response. So you just have to do this one. Okay, so we go to the next slide. So this is how it looks under the diagram. So you have the positive edge response, SC flip flop. So you have the S, you have the S, you have the C, you have the clock. So usually clock are being written like this. So to know whether it's positive, you have to see the bubble. So when you have a negative, usually you will have a bubble over here. If there is no bubble, so that means this is a positive. So for the time clock, so For positive, you always write like this. And for negative, clock. So you're going to have a response like this. So this one will go to this one, and this one will go to this one. So as you know, in an SC flip-flop, you're going to follow a situation like this. So this one is actually is a no latch information. So the only thing is fascinating over here is the clock. So in this part, they are written in like this. It shows that this is falling. So you need to follow this one, right? So if it is written like this here, so this one, you just follow this one. And 0000 is whole, 01 is clear, 10 is set, and 11 is invalid. So you just need to memorize this one. Since it's similar to knowledge, so you just need to take for take noted. So this is a time diagram for this particular response. So we have a S, we have a C, we have a clock. So first thing first, you need to have your input, which is your S. You have to have C. So you have both of these. You also have a clock. But in this particular situation, it doesn't say that it is rising or falling. So how are we going to determine this one? So like I mentioned earlier, it is when there is not being mentioned. Usually we're going to take the positive. We're going to take a positive. So that is how it happens. But in this case, in this example, even though they didn't say anything, but they wanted us to take the negative part or falling. So falling, so you need to have a down version. So the first step you're going to do, identify where is falling. So the falling is here. The falling is here. So first step is to draw the clock version. So the clock is falling. So just take the falling. And this you have a C and S and C. So when you done this one, this is the first step. So you already done the first step. Okay, second, draw the interval. So just follow wherever there is a falling, you just need to draw the interval. In this case, the interval is over here. And what you need to do is you just need to draw the interval. Just draw the interval. Don't need do You don't need to look over here, because now we are using flip-flop. So since flip-flop is highly uh, concentrated on the clock, so we don't need to see this one. In the latch, usually we see the response over here, but in flip-flop we are seeing on the clock. So this particular moment is the moment the baton is being passed. So we only focus on this particular moment, not be after or before. We are looking exactly over here. So let me take it out. Unnecessary. So after you make the next step will be do the exactly at this particular moment, you need to know what is the response over here, 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 and here. So over here the response is 1. Over here is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Same goes to the C, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So according to this particular table, when you have a 0, 0 is being whole, 0, 1 is clear, 1, 0 is set, and 1, 1 is invalid. So make sure you have that particular truth table memorized. 0, 0 is whole, 0, 1 is clear, 1, 0 is set, and 1, 1 is your invalid. So according to this, you just need to do the comparison. At this particular moment, the S is 1. At this particular moment, this is 0. 1, 0 is 1, 0 is set. So over here is set. 0, 1. 0, 1 is your clear. 0, 0 is your whole. So just copy back your response over here. 1, 0 is your set, so it become 1. 1, 0 is set. 0, 0 is whole, so just copy the result over here. 0, 1 is your clear, and 1, 0 is your set. So when you already have this particular response, you only need to draw accordingly. So you have 1 over here, you have 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. So first draw here, rising up, going down. This one is also 0, going down. Here is 1 going up. This here is 1 is going up. 1 is 1, so just keep it up. This is 0 at this particular moment. At 0, 1 here, the falling, this is 0, so just come up with this one, and this one going up again because this is 1, 0 at falling is 1. So when you have this one, this is finish. So this is another example. You can have a look on this one. So try to do again this one on yourself, and you might, this is very helpful. So please make sure your first step is this one. This is your first step. Second step is your this one. Identify your line. This is going to be your second step. And then later to put the value is your step number 3. And last, at this particular moment, sorry, let's say I have this one, this particular moment, this particular moment, this particular moment. So 1, 0 is your set, so that's why you have a increase. So this particular, the determination of this one is going to be your step number 4. So at the end of the thing, you need to draw accordingly. So this particular drawing will be your step number 5. So this is another example, a question. So you can try this one. All right. So next we're going for the JK flip-flop under 5.6. In 5, so you need to go for this video later on. Thank you.